to Info Simcoe. My name is Madison Fitzpatrick, and in studio with us once again is Penetanguishene Mayor Doug Rawson. Hello, welcome back.
Good day, Madison. How are you?
Good. So the last time that we spoke, we put out to our residents that we wanted them to ask questions and for you to answer them here in studio. So we have some questions for you. Not all of them we were able to get for the show, but let's get started.
Let's go.
Okay. So is there anything that can be done about the numerous pickup trucks that have been customized to extremely loud racing our streets? Seems that everyone is trying to be the loudest on the street. Is there not a noise limit?
It's a great question. We've heard lots about two pieces of that question was speeding on the streets and about the loud noises coming from the vehicles. We do have bylaws. We do have a noise bylaw. And of course the police are policing the Highway Traffic Act about speeding. This came up to our last police services board. Both those issues have been identified. But I'll just say what can be done specifically to the question that the resident raised with you. We need this to be reported from the community. Often I'll hear about it 2 weeks, 3 weeks after the event. We need the authorities to be alerted. So if there's a concern of speeding traffic in your community, you need to call the OPP. If it's a noise issue identified, we can notify the town bylaw department as well as the police who can do the proper investigation. And again, they're looking for trends and themes that they can see that they can investigate and then put the right resources. From the council perspective, we are going to work with our police services board on any bylaw and regulatory change we need to do. But the police don't have the information data to go with because a lot of these haven't been reported at the time of. So I'm just going to encourage the members, put in the complaint with the police, our bylaw department, and let the process unfold.
Do there have to be numerous reports in one area for something to happen, or I'm assuming that the drivers go on all the streets, right? So how does that work?
Yeah, it's a great question. So when we brought this up to the police service board, we bring up the speeding as an example. There's a very small number of reported incidents. So when we hear about racing cars in the community, from the police lens, there hasn't been any reports of that. So it's not like they can say we're seeing it in this area or a different area. From the noise perspective, it's hard to say or put enforcement action when it's never been reported. So I might hear about it 2-3 weeks after the fact, but no one knows if it was a blue truck, a black truck at 2 in the afternoon, 2 in the morning. So we need to report those and the appropriate authorities can do that. If we don't have that data, we're not able to put the resource where it needs to go.
Great. Okay, second question. I hope the summer Skidoo races are canceled in the summer of 2023. It is not environmentally friendly. The sounds of these races are extremely loud and disturbing and can be heard even in long distances from the bay. So obviously this is a comment, but what can you do about the sounds of these? I know they're not cars, so what can we do about that?
It's another great question. I'll tell you, on the campaign trail, I heard a little bit about this as well, about the impact of the community, sounds, noise pollution, and the like, but I want to spin this a different way and look at this as a positive thing. A lot of times people look at these as, we need to bring economic opportunity to the community. We got to look at economic drivers. How do we provide more opportunities for growth of business? This is an opportunity where we're going to be bringing lots of people to the community to participate in an event which is going to bring tourism and spending of dollars in the community, which I think is a positive thing to the community. Now, with fairness to the question that was raised, are there other issues we need to identify? Noise, some of these other distractions to the community, for sure we need to. But to directly respond here, the watercross is happening and it's going to be in the community on September 9th and 10th, which again, I think is a good thing. They've applied for their permit and the permit has been submitted, so we will be proceeding. But to identify a few things when you talk about noise, they're limited between 9 in the morning and 5 in the afternoon. So we've limited the scope that won't be going 24 hours a day. From the piece on the environmental aspect, the permitting process, we had to make sure that the right controls were in place to prevent environmental impact. So for example, that we're going to prevent oil contamination within our water, for example. So there's been safeguards put in place to prevent that from occurring, and a lot of risk mitigations have been put there to prevent the noise and prevent the environmental impact. And again, I think we need to look at it from the other lens and go, we're never going to make everyone always happy, but how do we put in enough controls that everybody benefits and we bring in that tourism economic uplift to the community, which I think is a great thing. We need to look at it from that positive lens.
Great. Okay, one last question. With summer coming, I'm concerned about short-term rentals. I know the process has changed. Can you please explain how to submit a complaint?
Yeah, great question. So we've just launched a new system in the town of Penetanguishene. Grancius is our complaints mechanism for short-term rentals, and short-term rentals is new. It's new in our municipality. If anyone has a complaint they want to put in, our bylaw will investigate that, but we need you to put in the complaint. So we've made it as easy as you can. So you can phone or you can send a text message, and our number is 705-980-0015. You can access it through our website, so you can go to the Penetanguishene website, penetanguishene.ca, and there's a link on there where you can submit the inquiry. Again, you can text it or send a phone call, and then that will be sent to our bylaw to do the appropriate enforcement action.
Amazing. And just quickly, when can we expect to hear more about the town dock plans?
Yeah, great. We've begun that process where council's reviewing the strategic plan, the terms of reference for the strategy of how we're going to move forward with the town dock. That's come to council and will be coming back again in early April. I anticipate we'll be launching the public call for participation into May, and then we'll start thereafter, which I think is another really exciting opportunity for the community.
Amazing. Well, we didn't get to all of the questions today, but we want to make sure that the residents of Penetanguishene can reach out to you and will have the questions answered on the show. So residents, just make sure that if you do want Penetanguishene Mayor Doug Rawson to answer your question, you can send us an email on the screen and we'll get the answers for you. Thank you so much again for being on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you. Join us next time for more Info Simcoe.